Well, hello there. How's
Hola,
everyone doing?
¿cómo estás, people? El gente, what you doing, today, people,
You're
Ho-
weird.
Yeah, well, this is where we are. It's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and celebrate a little bit.
Drugs.
No, it's a little air freshener that I made in a little bottle. But anyway, hey kittens, how y'all doing? What's going on? How y'all doing? What's up? What's up? What's up? Like Miss Tony say. Miss Tony say, how you want to curry it?
Who the hell is Miss Tony?
Miss Tony say, how you want to curry it? What's up? What's up? Miss Tony say, how you want to curry it? What's up? What's up? Ooh, I'm a man. I'm a man. I'm a man. But sometimes I feel like a woman. Going to
I
ask
have no idea what the fuck.
Are you kidding me, Miss Tony from Baltimore? Are you kidding me?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Like none.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right, then. Dominion. All right. I just can't. I can't.
I
don't
do
know.
have a few interesting little
Lola,
pieces across from the interwebs to share with you.
but Lola, please tell him what's going on with this song, please, and how, like, with Miss Tony was. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Well, I'm just, okay.
I'm sorry.
And the sad part is, the music. Once you hear it, you probably just don't recognize that I'm saying his actual name.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let me share this real quick.
Cool.
There's a glory hole place in LA. You sign up. You just go, hey, here for the glory hole, and you walk in, and
it was on Craigslist.
Whoa.
And I go to this apartment complex in Silver Lake, and they're like, go to the laundry room. So I go to the laundry room, and there's like a sheet with a hole, and I put my dick in. I felt like a little stubble. And I went, I gotta get out of here.
How many sucks? How many licks did it take to get to the center of your sensitive side?
Like 10.
10.
Yeah.
10 sucks. Then
I had to get in, I had to register the stubble.
You thought a girl was posting on Craigslist, I want to suck.
I was like 23. I didn't know that it was like a gay thing.
There's a glory hole place in LA. You sign up. You just go, hey, here for the glory hole, and you walk in, and
So first of all, I want to call shenanigans.
Because wait a minute. Well, first of all, who in the listen, let's be clear. You and I both know what the fuck a glory hole is. And even my first time going into a glory hole, I knew what the fuck it was.
Right.
The most hesitation I had was sticking my dick through this hole. That's the hesitation that I had.
This motherfucker said he thought it was. First of all, he was on Craigslist. I mean, I have never been on the heterosexual side of Craigslist, but
there's a heterosexual side of Craigslist.
I mean, I guess. I mean, there was a men for men side and a men for women side, and I was not into the men for women, so I never went to that side. So, but this dude looks young enough to know what the internet was. So, if this had been, if this story was some dude in his 60s or 70s and was like, yeah, when I was young, I didn't know. But I have a hard time believing anybody under the age of 35 doesn't know what the fuck a glory hole is. And first of all, if he was on Craigslist, I don't know how you could have gotten to an ad that says come to this glory hole and get your dick sucked unless you was on the men for men side of Craigslist, because I just don't think women. Yes, are there women who will suck your dick anonymously through a hole in a sheet? Sure, but I just don't think that they advertise quite like that. So this story feels shenanigany.
Who are these people? Let's start with that. Who are these people?
And now I must present to you the greatest video ever made.
What? Hold up. Who are these people?
I don't know.
I mean, okay.
It was just some TikTok video or some video that First of all, let me digress and be like, girls, I don't know what y'all do all day, but when I come on to Instagram or TikTok, I do not need 12,000 videos that you have sent me. And at this point, I used to watch them all, but now I just don't. Because like some of my friends are like, I'll be like, bitch, why do I have 30 videos to watch? It feels like a fucking job. But anyway, so now I have the honor of presenting to you the greatest video ever made. Are you ready for it?
Lord have mercy.
Are your loins girded?
They're girded enough in this good old man move. Mm-hmm.
All right, and 5, 4, 3.
This is what love feels like. I don't want it. If this is what love feels like, you can receive it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. You can have it. You can have it. You can have it.
One more time.
This is like the most eclectic collection.
That video is everything.
Listen.
First of all, the song itself. If this is what love feels like, I don't want it.
But Miss Mama in the background.
Miss Mama in the back was giving choreography and hairography and looks. And did you see the decoration of the set in the background where they had stapled jeans to the wall? I mean, they were giving you everything I miss at home.
Come on, Sherelle.
So I love that video so much. I can't stop. I tell you, I discovered that video on, what was it, Sunday evening or whatever. I have watched that video at least 10 times a day.
Girlfriend
every day since.
She was in the background like, all right, look. She was like, I have this opportunity to be the featured dancer because I've always wanted to be the featured dancer. And right now, somebody's trying to make it big. We done seen people blow up. So I'm going to get on here. I'm going to get dressed up because she got dressed up. She was very intentional with that outfit. She pulled it all together. She said, I'm going to take my ibuprofen. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to dance. I'm going to dance my little heart out. Because when she turned around and gave a little.
We got to watch it one more time. So we got to analyze it. Are we ready? All right. So slowly.
This is what love feels like. I don't want it.
All right, so first, get into the purses on the wall and the jeans hung strategically and how their ensembles match the background. So first of all, it's 10 out of 10 for the scenery.
We got, listen, we also going to give her another 2 points for the unbotheredness. As she sat there with her legs crossed while she was singing, like this was her Tuesday night gig that she is doing on a Wednesday just because they called her at the last minute.
Right. Okay, so now we have to go back and focus specifically on the mother I'm assuming that's the mother in the background and her choreography.
This is what love feels like. I don't want it. If this is what love feels like, you can receive it. I don't want it, I don't want it, I don't want it. You could have it, you could have it, you could have it.
Listen,
listen, I cannot stop watching this.
listen, we're gonna get down to her shoes or her lack of her socks.
Yes.
Miss Mama said I need to slide on the floor. This is what I need to do.
Everything about this video sends me. So
now, sir, I'm gonna go ahead on back here. I just sent you a link to Miss Tony, and I'm gonna need you to open it up. I'm gonna need you to open it up and listen to that music because I know damn well your old gay ass has heard this song.
It sounds vaguely familiar. Yeah, it sounds vaguely familiar, but it's like only vaguely. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna need to put a hole in your gay card. Like, it's gonna need to have one punch because I cannot. And being a DMV gay, I'm definitely gonna have to put a punch in your whole card.
I am a DMV gay. Baltimore is not in the DMV.
It is in the DC, Maryland, and Virginia.
It absolutely is not. First of all, if you are not inside the Beltway, you cannot claim. I mean, you can claim. Listen, if you are not so if you are not in DC and in the counties of,
we didn't say metropolitan, we said DMV.
No. That does not mean all of the DMV, because bitches on the Eastern Shore or bitches that live in Western Maryland cannot claim the DMV.
So scratch all that. Your gay card has been punched. There is a hole.
My card all you want. You ain't the motherfucking authorities. You ain't the police. You ain't the police.
Your gay card has one punch in it. We're not even
the police. You can't be punching my card. Who the fuck is you? Who the fuck is you? You can't be punching my card.
We are not going to have this conversation.
If you do not live in DC, if you do not live in the DC, yes, Maryland, yes. But if you
carry that thing from several years, Miss Coney,
if you do not live in Prince George's or Montgomery counties, you are not part of the DMV. That goes for all you girls that live in Howard County, Anne Arundel County, Baltimore City, all of that. Y'all are not part of the DMV. If you're not in PG or Montgomery County, you are not part of the Maryland in this district, Maryland and Virginia. And when we say Virginia, we mean Alexandria and Arlington. We ain't talking and Fairfax. We're not talking all the way about in Leesburg. We're not talking about down in Richmond or the girls that live in Portsmouth or Norfolk. No.
One demerit on your gay card, honey. Just like, listen.
Who is you though? But who are you to give demerits?
Fifth element, bitch, you have one demerit, honey. Corbin, you have one demerit.
I refuse to accept this demerit because I do not recognize your demerit.
One demerit. You have one demerit.
I do not recognize your demerit issuing authority.
You have one demerit. Anyway, we are going to go ahead and move on to the side, and we get ready to do. How was everybody's week? How was your week?
My week was fine. I had spent the night at the boyfriend's house, and I was coming home, minding my own business, and I get a message saying, "Girl, they are trying you in the meeting." And I'm like, what? And so, because I again I'm a ray of goddamn sunshine. So that's a given, right? Everyone agrees that I am a ray of goddamn sunshine. So we can start there. So let's just put a box around that and a pin in it. So I am a ray of goddamn sunshine. So that's that. And then the girls tried to carry when I wasn't there to defend myself. So
you know what that was? That was Miss Tony saying how you want to curry. Mm-hmm.
That was. And so I hopped on the line and I was sitting there like, I heard a bitch was looking for me. So bitch, here I go. But they was gone by then. I had, you
Listen.
so for the past decade about people have, most people only know Dominion, and Dominion is a product of leadership in organizations and other stuff. So Dominion doesn't say the shit that always needs to be said. He is always polite. Well, not always polite, but is.
What the hell are we talking about here?
But just let me finish. Let me finish living my
Okay,
fiction.
I'm sorry.
Let me finish
let
living
you
my
finish
fiction. Okay, please let me finish living my fiction.
Okay, all right.
So Dominion is, always tries to find common ground and all of that. But I think that some people need to be reintroduced to Brian. Brian is the person that threw his best friend against a fire hydrant in the 10th grade for saying the wrong thing. Brian, first of all, Atlas, fuck you. So that's one. So we're going to put a box around that and put a pin in that too. So, but the girls keep saying shit out of their mouth, and one of these
train a child up right, and I mean it's out of the mouths of babes. That's what it is. But I'm sorry, I digress. I'm sorry.
No, she ain't no babe. She is 30 years old. That bitch is old as the hills now. She is 30 years old. In gay years, she might as well be dead.
Continue, bitch.
But anyway, I mean, there's really nothing to say because by the time I got on the call, they were gone. And, I'm not going to talk about the bitch when the bitch ain't here to defend himself, just like he shouldn't have been talking about me. But, people should just be aware and, feel free to send him this clip because what is he going to do? Because you know what we used to say in Maryland, in PG County, the girls will talk all kinds of shit and you know how to fight, how to fight with either, how the talking would end or the fight would start, you'd be like, sure, but you can't beat me. So, what? And that's that. And then the next day, I found the greatest song alive. If this is what love feels like, I don't want it. If this is what love feels like, you can keep it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. You can have it. You can have it. You can have it. We got to recreate that. Just hang some jeans and shit on the wall. We're gonna turn it out.
That is horrible. I'm here for it.
Exactly. So that was really just like a little side story. My weekend was mostly quiet. I spent some time with the boyfriend and came home and relaxed and did a whole lot of nothing. I still need to do my taxes. I slowly started pulling all of that stuff together. I'm expecting that I'm going to get a little bit of change back. I don't know exactly how much because, y'all president fucked us over.
Well,
because we got these deep tax cuts, but they were temporary. So now I'm expecting my taxes to go back up for this year. So we're going to see what that gives. So it'll be what it'll be. And we'll go from there. I'm looking forward to my birthday on Sunday, so that'll be lovely.
Yes. How many holes do you have lined up?
Just the one.
Okay. All right.
I had a bunch, honestly.
No judgment.
One more. But it feels like he really is like he wants to be mentored and he's looking for a whole lot. And I was like, baby, I just want to get my dick wet. That's all I really want. So I feel like before we go, I'm not saying that he's immediately going to be sprung on my sex, but it just feels like a lot of effort and he's going to want more out of it than I am. So I just feel like I'm not going to ghost him, but I feel like we're going to have a conversation, be like, yeah. So we're not going to meet because you're interested in something more than I am. And so, yeah, we'll do that. He'll be mad, but what is he going to do? He can't beat me.
You basically just said to him how you want to curry it, but it's okay.
Right.
It's all right. Okay, I got you.
How was your week?
The short version. The week was eventful. We will leave it at. I will name it that. I will also share that because I'm trying to be more transparent. I had a little moment where I wanted to take myself down to the hospital and try to figure out what the hell is going on. But other than that, it's been pretty.
Yeah, girl. Because when you called me, I was like, "What?" But listen, baby, I lingered on the side of my bed for like an hour because I was like, I didn't want to fall asleep in case I missed a call. Then finally, I was like, "Bitch, I have to go to bed." But
when I said to you, I was like, "Bitch, go to bed." I was like, "Go to bed," because I was like, I'm like, you was like, "No, call me." I was like, "Bitch, I'll text you." I was like, "Okay."
But I put you in. You were already in the favorite contacts, but I set the favorite contacts to ring through.
Right. I definitely understand that. I definitely understand that.
Yeah, if some shit went down, I was like, "All right, bitch, I'm up, and I'll be right there." So
I definitely understand that. But make a long story short, all is well, and it just is what it is. And I'll find when I find out more, and when I know more, I'll share more with you all. But for right now, all is well, and I'm good. Work is cool. It's
you hired your girl yet?
As of today, the powers that be that are above my director have made the executive decision to issue a return to work letter. And in this return to work letter, they are giving them 5 days to show up.
From Guam?
From Guam. It was sent today. One copy one was emailed, and the other copy was sent certified mail.
To Guam? Or to her American address?
To her address that they probably have on file, which is down in the States. So that's what we're going to do. Yeah. So we shall see. But if they do not report to work on the 29th, I think that is, by the 29th, 28th or 29th, whatever that is, then that is it. So
yes, Lola, they took remote literally. Her husband has a posting in Guam or something. So she decided that she was going to work remotely in Guam, which is 7 hours time difference,
14. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, 14.
15 hours
a day.
15 hours. Right.
So
basically, it's morning there for them now, or about to be.
Right.
So we're talking about, or actually afternoon almost. Yeah, afternoon at this point. So
this is why you got to have like specific rules for people, like how they have rules about don't drink the coffee if it's too hot because some dumb bitch drank the coffee when it was clearly boiling hot, or when they say don't stab a hot poker in your eye because some dumb bitch stabbed a poker in their eye. This is why you got to have rules about remote work. Means you got to be in the same time zone, and you have to be able, this is why you got to have rules, why you got to be like, you have to, if you need to be at a meeting in the office, you can't live more than 2 hours away from the office.
And so that's been part of the argument for and against this whole telework process. And that's been one of the
arguments. They fucking it up for everybody.
Yeah. And it's specifically, and I will also say that as an institution, they haven't necessarily clearly defined that. So that's where there is a loophole, and they're, now they're going to go and probably tighten it up and do all they need to do, because this has been a big deal. And it's been
because who would imagine that somebody would be like, yeah, I'm going to work remotely permanently from on the other side of the planet.
It was originally supposed to be for that, however long their husband was going to be stationed there. But it has changed to, I think they said from February until April. But my only issue is, listen, sweetheart, your husband is posted there. You are not.
Right. Your job is in DC.
Your job is in DC. Your husband's job is in Guam. And I get it that you want to be with your husband. I understand it. I really do. But maybe there are weekends, there are evenings, there are daytimes. You know, there's vacation time that you can actually earn. But your ass got to come to work. And you ain't. Listen. All that I'm getting ready to say is, for me as the supervisor, what's been annoying for me is we go from, oh, she's got to go, to, oh, we're going to keep her, to, oh, we don't know what we're going to do. Maybe we can put her somewhere else. But then we go to the filing, the FMLA filing. So for me, I was like, okay, well, wait a minute. If they file FMLA, you know, am I still entering their time in? Like, is it because it's an actual thing? Am I still doing it? If not, but then HR tells me, well, no. If once it's filed, you know, everything stops until we get a decision. So then we got a decision. Then it was a thing of, well, there's an appeal, and not just one, but 2 different appeals. So you want me to enter time for what? So I was like, listen, you all tell me what you want to do. And when you let me know what you want to do, I'll go ahead and do all this, because regardless of how many hours they have, regardless if I enter their time in, at this point, they would still be without hours. So I don't know what you want me to do.
Well, you know what that was when they said fire her and then keep her, whatever. It's because when they originally said fire her, HR was like, we don't have a clearly defined policy that says you can't work from Guam. So that was what that was. So that was why they pulled that back, because then she could be like, well, there's no policy that says I can't work from Guam. And so now that they've sort of figured out all of their stuff.
Yeah. It's been a mess. And for me, what really bothers me is the fact that I don't have a history with this particular person. I inherited this person. And I can't even say that, oh, well, you know, their work history is this, their work history is that, because they've never really been in the office. You know what I mean? Like you've had probably 2 weeks since I've been there that you've been in the office on a consistent basis. 2 weeks.
That's a no for me.
So it's like, what the fuck? Like what? So listen.
I don't even understand how you think you can work for an academic institution where the students got to come to class, and you think you can be on the other side of the road.
You are in charge of the daily operations. Daily.
Oh, girl, no. Mm-mm. And then even if you said, okay, I'm gonna be gone for like 2 months, I have these assignments that I will work on while I'm gone. But no, you can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna do my daily shit. Well, what happened? Where's Miss So-and-so? Oh, well, you send her a message and she'll respond in 2 days.
It's a lot. And then it's always a thing of, oh, I have a migraine. Oh, I have this. Oh, I can't do that. And this bothers me, and so forth and so on. And I have issues with this, that, and the other. And I was like, okay. And listen, I get it. But shit happens. And I'm trying to figure out, I'm laughing at myself saying, but you can take a lot of sick time off this motherfucker that you've been actually using. And I'm like, but again, that's what the fuck you got it for. But I'm still kind of like, girl, I'm still like, from day one, I've been doing your job, not supervising you, but doing your job. Because of course, while you're gone, it's my responsibility. So, but you know, whatever. It is what it is right now.
So let's say hello to everyone. To say hello to Desmond and Eccentric and Lola and Atlas and Michelle and Treasure.
Hey, boy. Hey, Lola. Hi, lovelies. Who else? I can't see who else.
All for coming through. We appreciate you.
Right. And you know what? Here's another question. Speaking of that, of all the, where's Bougie Girl? Has anybody seen her? Anybody talked to her?
No, I haven't texted her. We'll check in with her after the show. I haven't seen her for the past couple of weeks.
Yeah. She was in the chat, I think, for a minute. So I chatted with her for that. But just checking on her. So just, you know, I just check on people, make sure everybody know where everybody is. Have you seen is Special is out there? Is Best Friend? Where's everybody at? What's going on?
I don't know. Special, you know, I tried to reach out to Special when I was in Atlanta, but he claimed he was sick, had colds though.
Okay. Well, you know.
No, I totally. He did not do it like that. He was like, I am sick for real, so it was fine. I'll let us. And there he is. There he is. He popped up on some pimple shit. All right, there we go.
Lola, yes, my job is hiring, and there are several things. So if you want to reach out to me and we can have a conversation, and I can figure out what you know, I will. I have no problem with that. If they are qualified for the job, yeah, we can. You hit me up. We'll chat about it.
Hallelujah.
So, but I'm glad to see
in some sad news, our brother Sean passed away over the weekend. So rest in peace to him, and condolences to him and his family and all those who knew and loved him.
Yes. He was listen, I will never forget when he came into
how
that
he
suite.
Carried on doing ML and was reading kids.
He let Reggie have it.
He did not look like Prince, but he had that same sort of energy because Sean was short. But Reggie said something foolish, and Sean was like, bitch.
He gathered him in 0.32 seconds, and it was just like, and it was like that perfect timing when the music dropped out or there was no music at that moment. Everybody was like, what?
It was a firm gathering by the nape of the neck.
Yes, gathered. And he pivoted on that heel, and he walked out the door. I said, okay.
But rest in peace. I know that he had been fighting cancer for a number of years, and while he had some remission, it looks like that's what finally what he finally succumbed to. So rest in peace.
Yeah. Very nice guy. He was also not only an honest brother, he was also a Kappa as well. So nice guy, and it's a loss. And, so, but like you said, condolences to everybody that knew and loved him. So in some other news, yeah, I couldn't think of anything else. I was trying to segue out of it. I couldn't segue out of it.
So. No, it's good. Just jump right on into it.
Okay. Well, so let's talk about this. So we have mentioned her on the show before, but we're going to talk about her again today because according to the Shade Room, Blac Chyna has removed her face fillers and says she's outgrown her public persona. So listen, Blac Chyna, she's continuing to embark on this journey of changing her life. She's 34 years old, which I don't know if I really believe that she's 34 because she seems like she's a lot older than that, or maybe it's the
that's because all that shit in her fucking face.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but anyway, she shared with the Shade Room that she had her breast and butt shots removed. She shared that she did her research on the dissolving process, and although it said to sting, she said she really wants to fill this out of her face. Additionally, she showed off her new short nails because, as she previously expressed, she wanted to retire the long, sharp nails she's usually seen rocking. But when she arrived at her specialist office, she explained that she wanted to, what inspired her to make this change. She said, first of all, I'm tired of the look, and it's just not flattering. It's just not what I look like. She said it totally changed my face, and I'm ready to get back to Angela. And her real name, as I mentioned, is Angela, but Angela White is her full name, and she wanted to explain the difference between Angela and her public persona, Blac Chyna. She said, Blac Chyna is Blac Chyna, and I feel like I've outgrown that. It's just a time for change. So, okay. All right, for you explaining who Blac Chyna is. But as previously reported by the Shade Room, she took to Instagram on Monday to share that she reduced her breasts and butt enhancements. She shared a series of videos explaining that removing her butt shot would take her to the next level. She also took the time to explain to the viewers the difference between BBLs and butt shots. Additionally, Chyna had also explained the dangers of inserting silicone into one's body. She said a BBL is when they use your own fat. Ass shots is silicone. So I just want all the ladies out there to know, do not get silicone shots because you can get sick, you can die, have complications, and all this other crazy stuff. Listen. After her breast and butt reduction, she reflected on and she called it one of the best she's made in her entire life. And so she explained to viewers that they have the ability to heal their own lives. She said, I want you to be a part of my life-changing journey. I reduced my breasts and gluteus maximus. You all have the power to heal your life, and you need to know that. And that is from Angela White.
Good for them.
Yes. In sad news, Lance Riddick, who was 60 from The Wire, has passed away. He passed away at the age of 60. He passed away on Friday, the 17th. His body was discovered at his Studio City home in Los Angeles on Friday morning. It was around 9:30. Now, the cause of death is currently, although the actor's cause of death is currently unclear, that the outlet reports that law enforcement sources says it appears to be natural. TMZ reports that Riddick was currently on a press tour for the fourth film in the John Wick movie franchise. He was set to sit down with Kelly Clarkson on her daytime talk show this week. And despite the busy schedule, he had taken time on Instagram to share that he was enjoying his time at home with his dogs. He shared a photo with a short caption saying, on screen and off, it's no surprise I love spoiling my dogs. He was supposed to be in attendance at the Wick 4 premiere that evening. However, never explained why he didn't attend. According to the outlet, Lance Riddick was born and raised in Baltimore. I'm sure he knows who Miss Tony was. He reportedly earned a music degree from the University of Rochester. He then went on to get his Master of Fine Arts from Yale. He went on to play the fictional Baltimore Police Department officer Cedric Daniels in HBO's hit series The Wire. And additionally, his character appeared in all 5 seasons, and Riddick became admired for his work on the show. Outside of his role in the Wick films, which many of you may know him as the concierge or the front desk person, he also appeared in films such as Angel Has Fallen, Godzilla vs. Kong. Furthermore, Riddick had also has some unreleased projects in the works, such as the Disney Plus series, Percy Jackson and the Olympians. And as an FYI, John Wick premieres this Friday. And so I'm looking forward to it because I definitely want to see it. And I think it's just to go along with the series. That's the only reason why I want to see it. I'm not necessarily interested in think it's going to be like a badass movie and it's going to be amazing. I just want to see what the next installment is going to bring. That's it. That's just for me. So, rest in peace to his family. I didn't get any mention of whether he was married, had kids, or anything else. But again, that was all.
I think he was married. I thought I saw something about his wife posting about him later.
Okay. All right. In some other celebrity news, Eva Longoria versus Victor.
Baby,
Newman,
this was a whole mess.
versus Victor Newman from The Young and the Restless. So listen, if any of you have watched The Young and the Restless, there are 2 people that you probably will already know. Victor Newman and that motherfucking the richest woman in the damn world, Miss Chancellor, when she was on the series.
Catherine Chancellor.
Catherine Chancellor was like, when I was a baby, Catherine Chancellor was old as hell then. And even as I got older, she was old as hell. But listen, you are a bad bitch when you had the whole story that you are working for to build in your facelift into the damn series.
Exactly. And you came back looking all refreshed and shit.
Yeah, you are that bitch, and I ain't even mad at you. But again, not about Catherine right now. This is about Victor Newman. So Victor Newman is played by this actor. His name is Eric Braeden, and he's been portraying Victor Newman since 1990, and he's very protective of the show. Eva had sat down with Chris Wallace for CNN and CNN had dug up a clip of her 2001 to 2003 Young and the Restless time, which I didn't even know she was on there. And this included some drama with Paul going off on Eva's character Isabella over her claim that Cricket was dead, which is another interesting person. Wallace and Longoria had then discussed how she moonlit as a headhunter during her Young and the Restless time to make ends meet. She also explained why she hid her involvement with Young and the Restless. Here's her full quote. She said, when I got Young and the Restless, it didn't pay enough for me to live off being an actor. So I continued being a headhunter and Young and the Restless. And I would hide the fact that I was on Young and the Restless to my clients because they didn't want like and these are her quotes, a dumb actress handling their accounts. And one time, one of my clients was like, you look like a girl that I've seen on a soap opera. And I denied knowing anything. I was like the opposite of a publisher's dream because I was like, don't tell anyone I'm on that show because I was, still making more money on my day job. Now, it appears that the dumb actress part has set off Victor Newman. or Eric Brayton, and he was incensed about this. In fact, he took to Twitter and put her on blast. He said, and I quote, "Eva Longoria, you just made derogatory remarks about daytime actors. You simply weren't good enough to survive the pressures of this medium. You were very lucky to get on that housewife show. You did one show in 8 to 12 days with mediocre but salacious dialogue. Our actresses would run rings around you, and they did then. From Robert De Niro to whoever they all are, many of them started in the medium you denigrate. It shows a complete lack of class." Well, then here's what happened when one user tried to tell Eric that he had misunderstood Eva's words. His response was, "I didn't misunderstand a damn thing."
I could see him. I could see Victor do it. Said, "Just I didn't misunderstand a damn thing." And he would have said it in just that sort of dismissive sort of tone. "I didn't misunderstand a damn thing."
Right. And the feud is on. So,
but I think. Sorry, go ahead.
No. I mean, that's just where I'm at. That's where we are. The feud is on.
I think he is. I think he misunderstood what she was saying. She was not calling people on The Young and the Restless dumb. She was saying that people who came to be a headhunter weren't looking for someone who was she was talking about the profession of acting, but she wasn't necessarily, at least I didn't see that she was talking necessarily about the show The Young and the Restless.
Right. I also felt like at one point I was like, is he going overboard? Like, is he trying to do some like publicity something or whatever?
Yes.
Or is it just like he honestly doesn't understand? And I was like, I think I'm going to lean on the side that he doesn't understand, and he's going to stand in his truth at this particular point. But I also didn't take it the way that he did, and I thought she was just saying like, oh, like some dumb act. Like if we get on here and we say something like, oh, we're not like every other damn YouTuber or whatever, and it'd be like, okay, well, what does that mean? Like, does that mean it's not good? No, that just means we're not like anybody else. So I think that it was probably taken out of context. But hey, listen, Victor Newman, Eric Brayton, don't come on this show, please. Don't come on this show, because let me be clear, I will respond to you. But I don't want to, but I will respond to you. But please don't, because I don't mean no harm. Not at all.
Right. So in other news, YouTuber, y'all remember the YouTuber Tasha K, who had said all of that disgusting stuff about Cardi B, kind of find out it was a lie, and Cardi B sued her and won $4.25 million. Well, she lost her second appeal against Cardi B. And, Cardi B was like, bitch, I'm coming for my coins.
She wants all that money.
All of it.
Mm-hmm.
All of it. And so Cardi is, because I guess she thought that, Cardi wasn't going to say anything, but she was saying all kinds of stuff. She believed Cardi had herpes, and that some other things about STDs and other kinds of foolishness. And when she lost, Cardi B garnished her wages, and because Cardi B was like, "I'm gonna get your money. I might not get 4.25 million, but I'm gonna get every nickel from you that I can." And you know what? Good for Cardi B, because you got to teach people how to treat you. And if you let the girls talk to you and spread all kinds of lies and stuff about you, then it makes it that much easier for other people to do that. I think going all the way back to Princess Diana, if she had started suing, when all of that shit came out, child, she might have been alive today, because some girls would have learned to back the fuck off.
Could be. That could have happened. Absolutely could have happened.
Yeah. So it's a light news day today. I'm still waiting on y'all president to be indicted.
Well, so one more thing. Here's something in News of the Weird. So Maine's vanity plate free-for-all is at an end. Now, according to the uexpress.com, the state's review process for custom license plates has effectively ended in 2015, but after which residents could and did put nearly anything on their tags, including profanities. So lawmakers have had enough. The state is reestablishing a review process and recalling hundreds of inappropriate plates, according to NBC Boston. Now, but resident Peter Starostecki wants to know what's inappropriate about soy products. The state recalled his plate as, and I quote, LUVTOFU. So you can read it as love tofu or love to FU.
I
Now,
mean, you know, that's just depends on where your mind is.
I mean, that is correct. Now, we have seen it as a reference to sex, but it also can be as a reference to a bean curd. But, you know, he's one of 13 motors, and he appealed their plates to be recalled so far, all of which have been denied. Secretary of the State said that vehicle owners can still express themselves, but they should do so with bumper stickers, not state-issued tags. They said, we have a public interest in keeping phrases and words that are profane or may incite violence off the roadways. So Maine Motors,
That's true because, you know, it's not a hard, it's not a difficult line to draw from someone putting all kinds of racist and homophobic and transphobic things on license plates.
So Maine Motors, consider yourselves safe from tofu-induced road rage
for the moment.
For now, yeah. There was two stories that you guys have dropped in here, all the super friends, about laws that they passed in Uganda, how LGBT people are being arrested and sentenced to life for the death penalty, or the death penalty for identifying as gay or lesbian. Sad and tragic, but whether the laws have been passed or not, the attitude about LGBTQIA has not been conducive to any of that. So I do believe that this violence that has been going on for quite some time. And now that if it has been passed as a law, then it's probably going to lead to some other more, I don't want to say anarchy state, but just some more turmoil. And which is why you need to be diligent and cognizant of where you go, who you go with, what those laws are, especially when you're traveling out of the country. You want to know what's actually going on. I mean, I want you to be yourselves, but I also want you to be safe wherever you are. So hopefully there are safe havens and shelters that some of the people that have been or that would be on that list to be persecuted or be arrested, that they can go to and possibly have some asylum. But we shall see. But I did not see that story as of late, as far as when the actual law was passed. But I do hope and pray for the best with that. I see Nichelle says that Diddy put in a bid to buy BET as well. And I think that was a conversation that was mentioned when Tyler and Byron Allen were in there and they were possibilities. But we shall see how that rolls out, because and it would be a wonderful thing if, again, like we said the other day, if multiple people were able to, like if Byron and Tyler were able to buy it together and then kind of, you know, have control of that particular service. But the more cooks in the kitchen, I'm fearing something not working right.
Right.
There'll be too many egos. But if Diddy can swing it by himself, which I'm not saying he can't do, then, you know,
I'm saying he can't do it.
But
Diddy got money, but he ain't got that kind of money. There's no way he could buy it. So he would definitely have to be in partnership with other people.
Yeah, you don't have Byron Allen and Tyler Perry type of money. Like, I just don't. Like, you got money. I'm not saying you broke. Like, you're not on food stamps or nothing. But I mean, and if you are, can you share them with me?
Because people will say, "Oh, well, you know, so and so got $1 billion, and the price is, you know, 900,000, so they can buy it." But you don't finance when someone says their net wealth, that is all of the assets they own. That doesn't mean they have. If someone is worth $3 billion, that doesn't mean there's a collection of bank accounts that have cash in them totaling $3 billion.
Right.
Lots of that is stock or property or, you know, and shares and other things that you'd have to cash out. And that's like terrible financial. Why would you cash out and put all of your money into one venture? So, you know, you use your money to bring, you know,
more money in.
To bring more money in. So, yeah, so there's no way that Diddy could do that by himself.
Yeah. He would definitely have to go in. It would have to be like a whole collective. like a whole big conglomerate of ditties, if you will, like probably like 5 to 10. And I think that they could probably pull it off. But then the problem is you have 5 to 10 different egos and 5 to 10 different plans. And if everybody's not on the same page, that's not going to work. But hey, I don't have no nickel in that billion. So I ain't got nothing to say about that.
That part.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so what else you got?
I do not have anything. This has been a light week.
What?
I know. I mean, I made my contribution by giving you the greatest song in the world.
Okay. Are we going to watch it again? Is that what you're ready to do?
No.
Oh.
Or are we? I mean, you ain't got to tell me but one. Hold on. I'm always ready for my favorite song. Because there's new people.
Right. It is. And yes, Nichelle, you did miss the fashion review last week. We did talk about that.
Did we?
We did the Oscars. We talked about
yeah, but we didn't do like a fashion recap.
Well, so no, we did not do a fashion what did we did last fashion? Was that for the
for the Grammys, I think.
Was that the Grammys? That was the last one?
The Grammys or the SAG was the last one that we did.
Because I remember we talked about Angela Bassett, and we also talked about
we pulled up a bunch of looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was from the Grammys.
Okay. All right. Well, I could be off. Okay. They're all
for those of y'all for whom this clip is new, once again, I give you Diamond the original.
This is what love feels like. I don't want it. If this is what love feels like, you can receive it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. You can have it. You can have it. You can have it.
That song is amazing, and you cannot convince me otherwise.
I feel like we might want to renegotiate our contract and maybe put this as our theme song. Maybe. Maybe we might want to mix it in there. You know what I mean? I feel like we can. So, what do y'all think? What Super Friends? What do y'all think? Maybe we should use it as a theme song.
Y'all not trying to get sued before using other people's music. We could do a track inspired by that. And so what's on your agenda for this weekend?
This weekend I have I want to go to the movies to see John Wick. I also
have to go to a couple of movies. This is my birthday weekend, and it's my birthday tomorrow. But for some reason this birthday feels a little anticlimactic. You know, because I put so much energy into 50, and then even 51, you know, because I went to New York City and everything. So I just feel like it's low. I want to do low key this year. So we'll just be spending time with the slave. But John Wick, I honestly haven't seen the first 3 John Wicks, but I do want to see Shazam 2. And I do want to go see like Kang. I mean, you know, I like a superhero flick, so. But they always seem silly to me. So it feels like if we go see that, that's going to be like at a matinee.
So, okay, I'm not going to judge. It's your birthday and do what you want to do. Do you have to see all the other John Wicks to understand what's going on? I would think it would be helpful, but not really necessary, because in the beginning of the movie, I'm sure they're going to talk about why we're at this point anyway. I
understand generally, you know, sort of the thing. So we'll see.
But you know, there's a few things that if you just went to go see it by itself, I could probably tell you what has happened so far. But again, you know, now what I did go see Scream 6, and I gotta say, because I'm a horror movie person, I gotta say that I actually enjoyed it.
Good.
I enjoyed it, and it was much better than the last one, which the advertisements, which I've seen people do all the time, make it look so good. and you go to the movies and you're like, that's it.
All of the good stuff was in the trailer.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So, but this one actually was pretty good. It was very reminiscent of the, what is it, the second or the third one, where what's Tisha Campbell's ex-husband's name? Dwayne Martin.
Dwayne Martin. Mm-hmm.
Whatever movie he was in, how they kind of sat down, they started explaining what happened. I'm not sure if that was the first, I think that was the second one or the third one. But after like the second or third one of Scream, like the rest of them were just like blah. It's like, why are you even here? And the last one I was pissed off about because, I was waiting to see Sydney. And then when Sydney came, it was like, all right, she was good in that last one, but she was not in this one. And it's kind of annoying because they can be like, you already know that there's going to be another version because they didn't leave anything to like they ended it, but then they didn't really end it, which it seems like what happens with all the other Scream movies. Like it ended, but it got picked up by somebody else. So, and the way they left off with Sydney, Neve Campbell's character, it's because there were some issues with her coming back. She didn't come back into the movie this time, and it was a dispute about money. But they left it wide open so that if for some reason they decide to meet whatever her goals are, that her money demands are, she could probably easily come back in. Courtney Cox was in it as well. Courtney had a little fight scene, and so I mean, it was I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed this one. It was very. I was talking to Spillet Boy, and I was saying that to shoot someone is not necessarily intimate, and it doesn't show like a side of violence. But if you stab somebody face to face, like there's an intimacy piece. There's also a sadistic piece where you're standing there and stabbing that person right in front of their face. And if you are like looking at them while you turn the knife or you move it, like it was a lot of gory shit like that. And it was amazing for me. It was amazing. But I enjoyed it. I definitely did. I enjoyed it. Just my opinion.
Well, good for you.
Just my opinion. Hey, Cortez, what's going on?
He's getting ready for his next competition.
He posted pictures
this fall. Yeah, and I was like, so here I was. Picture it, Monday morning. Scrolling through, checking my emails. Wait a minute, I know that penis.
Like, is that? Oh, yeah, that is. Oh, okay, all right.
And there he is, smiling like.
Right. But listen, baby doll, you look amazing. Your work is showing. It looks amazing, and I'm wishing you the best of luck ahead of time. And I don't necessarily know if you're going to need that luck because I feel like you just go walk in and snatch it. But baby, you look amazing, amazeballs.
And now he's on this side of the world, so we'll get to see him. Oh, and of course, Tyra pops in just with the word penis.
Oh, penis. Penis! So is that, wait, Tyra, is that your word now? Is it, instead of rubbing the bottle, we just have to say penis and if we stand in front of a mirror and say penis, 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 we say penis 5 times and you'll pop up? Is that what it is?
That sounds like it.
What's going on, bougie girl? We was talking about you earlier. Glad you made it here.
Yeah, Cortez, I'm going to be at Insel too. I probably will just drive up for the day to be social and get a day pass or whatever. I don't think I'm going to stay for the whole week. The host hotel is sold out. So I'm going to drive up, come be social. And if I do stay in a hotel, it'll just be like, somewhere adjacent. So we'll figure all of that out. But let's roll its beautiful bean footage and then we'll come back on the back end.
Yes, indeedy.
right.
So you hustle. Okay. All right,
Hustling
Tyra.
for a gig. Listen, I understand. Hustle,
Baby, listen.
hustling.
Baby, listen. If nobody else understands, baby, listen. Between the two of us, I'm just saying. We
The
understand.
three of us, bitch. I know what a hustle
Baby,
looks
listen.
like.
I get it. I absolutely get it. When you, especially when you and it always seems like when you have one, it's easier to find one, but when you don't have one, or
Right.
you feel like it's harder. Listen, I'm sending all positive energies and everything else. But I told you, just like I said to Lola, girl, you better go check out up at the Brain Factory where I'm working at. But you could do some things up over there. I mean, they're gonna get on your nerves too, because that was the advice you gave me. You said, listen, they're gonna get on your nerves, but as long as the paper's right, you take yourself on over there. So that's all I'm saying to you.
Honey, that's the same thing I'm feeling about Amtrak. I'm like, girl, these hoes.
That's all I'm saying to you.
Me. They be wanting to explain shit, right? They love to explain shit at Amtrak. And I always be like, Linda, listen, Linda, listen. I don't care. I said that in the meeting today. I don't care. All I need is the answer. You don't got to give me, because I'm not going to understand the answer. If I need a car, I don't need you to tell me how engines are built and all that other stuff. I just need you to tell me, here are my options for the car and how much it's going to cost. That's all I want to know. Because I don't know enough about it. So they be working me. XX money, not 88 Hyundai money.
Hyundai Excel. Listen, don't you listen? Don't you get mad at my Hyundai Excel. I'm just saying, it was cute when I had it. I think she was cute. She did what she needed me to do. Mm-hmm. But yes, you said my hair and my bras is expensive. I cannot.
It's not expensive beauty. It's specific beauty.
Yes. Yeah. I had a conversation with my little cousin, and she was saying that she is when she went to I guess it's a brassiere shop, and she wanted to get fitted and have these custom made brassiere, whatever. And she said something like she's a P, and I was like, girl, I don't even know what the hell a P looks like. She was like, yeah. She said, I got some big. I was like, girl, I mean, you're my little cousin.
Her breast will size P's.
She has a P cup. I don't know what size. My cousin is not small chested, and she said they're P's, and I was like, I don't even understand how to do the measurements on that. But I was just like, okay, girl, I just leave that alone. Yeah, I don't know. But she also is that girl. Yes, she is one of your sorors, and she will stand there in a heartbeat and be like, I don't like the way that looks. So I get it. I do get it. I get it.
Yeah.
So, but so besides this weekend and the movies and then celebrating your birthday all weekend long, you didn't even celebrate all week. I mean, did you do something? I mean, all month? Did you celebrate?
I only do that all year thing on like milestones. So I did it when I was 40. I did it when I was 50. And so I'll probably do it, as we get older, that increment will be coming a little closer together. So 55. So when I make it to 70, then we'll do it every year because
listen, it is a milestone every like bitch, it's a birthday. Just like it's a birthday. I just want to tell somebody it's my birthday.
It's my birthday tomorrow. My birthday tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Just my birthday tomorrow. Mm-hmm.
Hey, epic. My birthday tomorrow.
What?
Oh, by the way, y'all, my birthday tomorrow. My birthday is actually on Sunday. My birthday is March 26th.
So, and then, but isn't Kendra's birthday tomorrow?
No, Kendra's birthday was last week.
Last week, okay, all right, last week.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Her birthday is belated birthday
on mine. Okay, well, happy belated birthday to her. I think we talked about that on the show last time.
We're not here to talk about her. We're here, it's all about me. Just a minute.
Okay, all right. Okay, got you. Got you. All right. But that's really all that we had going on for the evening. Listen, I'm a little tired, and I still want to lay it down for a minute, and
Yeah.
act like I'm a man of a certain age. Shit, I want to lay the hell down. I done ate my dinner.
Hallelujah.
I mean, lovely stir fry, and she was actually pretty good. Had some broccolis and some good peppers, and I had some brown rice and some. She was really good. But
Get
I'm gonna let
because make sure you don't eat a whole lot and drink a lot of water on Sunday because we're about to turn it.
listen. I will. You see this little plastic bag? I'm gonna come through with my bag, and I'm gonna have a couple of these in my bag. So I'm just letting you know that.
All right, Camille. Anyway, it has been lovely. I am tired too, so I'm about to take my ass to bed. So it's been lovely. And so I will say thank you all for coming out. God bless you and good night.
Good.